Hi guys, it's Siva. I wanted to talk about the new game mode that was announced at BlizzCon for Heroes of the Storm that is Arena. I had a lot of fun playing it and I thought you guys might want to know a little bit about it, so here's my video on that. It's still 5 versus 5, but the games are much shorter and you play best out of 3. Blizzard stated that their goal is to make the matches shorter, more intense, and to encourage creative strategies from players. They wanted it so players could not prepare in advance for Arena, and part of the way that they did this was by injecting randomness. So the way the hero picks work is when the arena match starts, the game will assign each player on the team a role. Within that role, they have 3 heroes that they can choose from. So there's a lot of randomness. You might get a role you like, but the 3 hero options you might not like. Or you might get a role you're not even familiar with. But ultimately, the odds are that you might be playing a hero that you have very little familiarity with. Originally, they tried to have it where the hero picks were 100% random, but they realized that they want to give a little freedom and a little choice back to the players. So this is ultimately the system that they came up with. A cool thing about Arena is that you can have duplicate heroes, which means that everybody on your team can be the same hero. It also means that the other team can also have the same hero. So you could end up in a match, as I did at BlizzCon, where all 10 players are playing the exact same hero. Discover that some hero combinations just don't work. For example, 10 Johannas, all that does is extend the match and make it slower because nobody deals any damage and also nobody dies. So they banned some heroes from being in the times 10 mode, but there are some general rules that apply across all the games. For example, there's no more than 2 warriors in a match and there's no more than 2 supports in a match. All those hero types do is drag out the game and make it slower, which goes against the spirit of the game, which is to be very fast-paced. So the maps are one lane, although it might not be one traditional lane. It's actually kind of a little bit more jungly. There'll be objectives on the map, and your goal is to capture those objectives. Or more realistically, your goal is to fight at those objectives. They wanted to recreate the team fight situation that you find in a lot of maps, for example, in Cursed Hollow, where everyone is fighting for the tribute. So they created objectives and designed the map in a way to encourage those team fights to happen pretty much all the time. To help keep the fast pace, the res timers are only 15 seconds. This unique gameplay mode also means that they can do unique mechanics like capture the flag or other weird stuff, and they can break rules in a lot of ways that they can't do in regular Heroes matches. So another thing that is very different is the hero levels and talents. Everyone in the entire game starts at level 10 and they stay level 10. There's no leveling up, there's no talent picks. The only abilities you get to pick is your level 10 heroic. They did this for 2 reasons. One, since there's a very high likelihood you're going to be playing a hero you're not super familiar with, it lowers the learning curve and makes it a lot less intimidating, so now you don't feel obligated to learn about all these talents too. 2, it keeps the game fast-paced. You don't have those seconds where everyone is picking their talents and not fighting. They want it to be all fighting all the time. It means that the game stays strategy and skill-based. There's no snowballing effect. There's no thing where the team is a few levels ahead because someone fed a little bit too much earlier, and so now it's just staying that way out of inertia. So my feelings on Arena are that it's pretty fun. I was a little nervous because I hate Arena in World of Warcraft, and I was concerned that maybe it would feel the same since the dynamic is very similar. But in reality, Arena matches in Heroes of the Storm just end up feeling like very fast, intense Heroes of the Storm matches. And I think generally all fans of Heroes of the Storm agree that the team fights are some of the best parts of the game. By really focusing on that, this has the potential to be a really, really fun game mode. I like the idea of unique game modes in general, just for injecting novelty. I do wish the matches were best out of 5 instead of best out of 3, in part because the games are so short that it feels over very quickly. Although, I guess if I'm not at BlizzCon where I have to get back in line when I'm done, maybe it won't matter as much. The other reason is because if it's out of 5 matches, it feels much more likely that you're going to get a hero that you know for at least one of the games, and I felt that the enjoyment of those block of matches largely depends on whether you get a hero that you know or not. In theory, I really like the no talent picking system. I think it's a good idea to lower that learning curve and keep things faster. The downside is that there are some heroes that are much stronger without talents than other heroes. One example would be one of my favorite heroes, Rhaegar. He's very mana starved without talents. So I think what a good compromise would be is if they gave some heroes talents baseline, you didn't pick them, but you still got them. And a good example also from Rhaegar would be if all Rhaegars had Earthshield. Because if you're playing Rhaegar, you got to assign support anyway, so there's no way that you're not going to pick that talent. Overall, I found Arena really fun. I look forward to when it's in the game. It's probably not going to go live until next year sometime, but I look forward to when that happens. They gave these out at BlizzCon while you were waiting in the line for Arena. Now let's take a quick look at the art of Arena. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this look at arenas. Thank you guys. Goodbye.